Welcome back to the 25th episode of the Pokemon Fire Red Loyalocke. I couldn't remember what episode it was for a second. Last episode, that was not a sentence. Last episode, if you didn't see it, go check it out. It was an okay episode. Not a lot happened, but a lot was talked about. Today is Monday of the day this episode actually goes up, and I'm recording it on Wednesday of last week, of course. So there's some stuff that I'm going to mention that was already mentioned in Friday's episode, but I'm going to reiterate once, maybe twice. We'll see. But before I do that, let's get into it. We're just going to take on more trainers in this route. And I don't know how many of these trainers I did or didn't take on. Like this one I didn't, apparently. I know I have the trainers in this route, and then I have to use cut and get through to get to the trainers in the next route afterwards. Or yeah, the route after this one that I already was in. Of course, Dugtrio's still lacking behind. Dugtrio's just not, like, he's fast, and that's obviously good, but without, like, a solid, easy way to attack, it's just too difficult to use him because he's so frail. If I don't have a surefire way to basically one-shot them, I'm, like, he's almost useless. And it sucks, you know? Don't want to use the guy. He's on the team. I mean, and I think that's one of the problems I have with Gen 1 in general. There's a lot of Pokemon that struggle to get moves, struggle to be good due to stats. And that's just that. I mean, Raticate here is pretty decent. He's a Route 1 Rodent. Then there's Dugtrio, who struggles due to being so frail. Even when he's levels upon levels above, it's like almost impossible to use him. And there's like Beedrill, he evolves at level 10 and then gets no moves later on to make him worth actually using. I think I took on most of the trainers here. Let me speed up, see if I can find any trainers I didn't fight. So I think I took them all on, so with that we're gonna speed back. Oh my god. I hate this stupid maze, dude. I did take you on, right? I did. That was last episode. I have to teach someone else cut, so let's do that. What's that, fly now? They fly now? I'm gonna teach it to Dugtrio, to be honest. Another Pokemon that is probably just gonna die. We'll get rid of Fury Swipes. That's the same thing I did on Beedrill, I'm pretty sure. Except for it wasn't Fury Swipes, it was something else. Equally as bad though. Basically the same move. Was it Fury Attack? I don't know. I don't remember what's actually up here. Trainer, a couple more trainers. A trainer. Ooh. I was trying to look, but whatever. So yeah, last episode I talked about how there's gonna be a new series coming out this week. Actually tomorrow. Oh, level 33. Hold on a minute. Actually, it's gonna be coming out tomorrow, and that series is going to be Floppy Nights. So definitely go check it out. It's amazing. So far, it's just been so fun playing it. And I can't wait to continue playing it. So definitely go check it out. I'm begging you. Game's a blast. It really is, and that's all I can really say about it. Other than tell you basically what the game is. It's basically a mix between a tile like turn-based game where you move your characters along a tile or along tiles, and a card deck building game where you build decks. Where you build a deck, and then every turn you use that deck of cards to move your characters on the tiles and to attack and defend and heal and all that sorts of stuff until you inevitably win or lose. And it's just a good time. I mean, that's really all there is to it. There's also like these like challenge levels that are really cool, that are like best way for me to my god, dude. Magnitude is not giving me anything. That are basically like little trial challenges, kind of, that are just like meant to be like kind of jokes and gags, kind of, but like in a good way. Oh, rain dance. That's what's up here? Yo, it's kind of fire. But like, for example, my best example that I can give is like one of the ones is like you have to destroy something in one turn, and it takes 9 damage, and you have a certain amount of card, or you have certain specific cards that it gives you, and that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, that's what you have to do. But it is so, it's like, it was actually kind of tough to figure out exactly what I had to do to do it. Like, it really was pretty simple in the end, but like I was a little bit confused at first. Oh, that's crazy that it just lived on like 1, and it wasn't like because of like sturdier, like a focus sash or anything. That's crazy. But yeah, Floppy Nights, super fun. Definitely recommend playing it if you haven't, and I also definitely recommend watching the videos if and hope you guys enjoy it, because it's so fun. I also talked about in one of my videos, I don't even know which one at this point, whether it was Pokemon Friday's episode or if it was on the Floppy Nights episodes, where I talked about possibly bringing back some lost kind of episodes, I guess is the best way to put it. Basically, there are 2 series that I ended up scrapping because I couldn't record them, or I couldn't continue to record them for a while, so I just stopped. And that's pretty much the gist of it. I stopped recording them, and those games I want to bring back eventually, but it'll be a while before I do so. And those games are Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Fate Tactics. So eventually those will come up again, and it'll be a good time. But for right now, we're sticking with Pokemon Fire Red Loyalocke, we're sticking with Floppy Nights, and then that won't kill, I don't think. And then we'll get to Pokemon Clover. We'll get to maybe Earthlock. I don't really know yet. I had another game that I remember saying that I wanted to play on here, but I don't remember what it was anymore. Kind of forgot. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Also, we're done here, which means we get to go to like the route over by Cycling Road, which is fire. To the left of Fuchsia City here, and then we get to go down to Cycling Road. So we'll get a couple encounters and stuff, I think. If I even can. I'm just like, if I am forced to get a duplicate, I'm not going to get that duplicate. That's how this is going to work from now on. because it's just stupid. There's so many Pokemon in this game, and there's so many that, like, I don't have, yet I have so many Pokemon that I'm going to basically be forced to get a duplicate of. It's annoying. And this is the route I was talking about here. I don't know what's in here. Let me get on out of here. What route is this? Fuchsia City, Route 18. Let's see. Route 18 here. Route. Can't spell. Route 18. Fire. Red. Boom. Poke Earth. It looks like it's only duplicates here. Because it's just the Fearow line, the Eradicate line, and Doduo, which we have all of those. So instead of continuing on trying to get those Pokemon, or another Pokemon, we're just going to fight the trainers here. What about Route 17, which is Cycling Road? It's the same thing. It is. It's the same thing for encounters, so we can't get anything there either. That's the problem with Pokemon, with this game in general, actually. So like later games, it might be fine. Like I don't want to play them randomized, but I might end up doing it because of this problem. That's the thing. That's the main thing. Like, I want to play it randomized because of this problem specifically, but at the same time, I feel like if I play it randomized, it might be too easy. Easier than this, because I mean, maybe you don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe it'd be different since it's in a Loyalocke, but normally when you do a randomizer, it's difficult at the beginning of the game, and as you get later on in the game, it gets easier and easier, because you're fighting Pokemon that aren't fully evolved with your fully evolved Pokemon. And obviously early on, you have a chance to be fighting fully evolved Pokemon with Pokemon that are not fully evolved, or that might not be fully evolved. So it can be kind of dumb. It's just the way it is. That's just the way randomizers are. I know there's like ways to kind of get around that, I think, but I don't remember how. So I might look into it, and then maybe I'll be like, yeah, let's just full send, go for it. But for now, we won't do that. For now, we'll probably stick with non-randomized, just because I don't want to randomize it myself. Or like, it has nothing to me not wanting to randomize if I don't want to play a randomizer. I mean, randomizing it isn't a problem. That's easy. I've done it before, though I don't really remember how because it's been a while. But I'm sure I could figure it out again because I remember it being easy. So I'll figure it out if I want to do that. But Fearow. But I don't really want to do that, so we'll see what I end up doing. Dude, there's just way too many flying types in this area. It's like annoying. Flying types and poison types, and then like normal types. And that's it, bro. That's all I fought the past few episodes, dude. At least when I go to like the Silphco, I'll be probably fighting some electric types, some like poison types. Well, I've already been fighting poison types, but I'll be fighting different ones. I won't be fighting just coughing. I might actually fight Ekans and, well, I fought some Grimer. I don't know. Nidoran, I don't know. Something, bro. Because this is wild. I was gonna say, are you not gonna fight me? Hello? They're kind of strong. These must be like the strongest trainers before the gym and stuff. I think on Cycling Road there's a lot of like poison types, aren't there? A lot of poison type trainers. Like the Roughnecks. Roughneck Ricky. With his Jigglypuff. I love how Pokemon always seems to do that. They give like the tough guys the like the fairy types and stuff. That's probably my favorite gag in like Pokemon that they do in just like the regular games. Like they don't do that with any other trainer class really. Like you never see a bird trainer without a bird. They always got birds. But then they give the Roughnecks without rough Pokemon. I love that. I find it funny. Should I take on the gym trainers before the like Rival and Giovanni at the Silph-Co? I don't know what level they are, and I don't know what level he is. So before I do all that, I'm gonna look into that sort of thing. This is the worst part of this game specifically. Oh, there is an upstairs to this one. That's where the Lickitung trade was? I thought it was somewhere else. I mean, once we get through this, we'll finally get to Silph-Co, and yeah, this has got to be the worst part of this game. I feel like this has got to be the part of the game where most people decide they don't want to play it anymore. And there's a good reason for that, frankly. Like, if there's a reason you don't like Pokemon, it's probably like this part of the game right here, before the gyms, before Silph-Co. Because it's just not, it's not it. It's not enjoyable. Doesn't feel like it's meant to be enjoyable. But I'm not gonna skip it and just use rare candies because I'm not a pussy like that. I'm gonna use rare candies eventually, but not until I defeat all these damn trainers. I'm not gonna train up my Pokemon because I got better shit to do than to sit in tall grass for hours. I don't understand people who can do like competitive battling and don't use like cheaty ways to get their Pokemon to like max level and max EVs and IVs and shit. Like, how do you, like, obviously a lot of people like gen in Pokemon, but like when you're doing a competitive like it's called VGC, you can't even do that. So like that shit's got to be terrible. Genuinely, I would hate that so much. Also, Hypno, you're kind of putting in work right now, dude. Chill. You're kind of that guy, but you don't need to be. Make sure you drink your water, guys. Yo, guys, we got Psychic for Hypno. That makes Hypno about 1,000,000 times better than he was just 2 seconds ago. Genuinely. He's the first one level 35 too. Oh yeah, so here's a little story time, guys. A little story time is always fun, especially when it's about work, right? So, this happened to me today, right? So, as you may or may not know, I've said in a video before, I'm trying to move from one position to another position in the workplace. It's not like a higher position; it's just a different position, right? I want to work from. I want to change from where I am, which is the bracket cell, which is I'm the only machinist there, to the machining line where it's all just machinists, because I can learn more machining over there, more types of machines, all that sort of thing, a bunch of different parts. Whereas where I am right now, I'm not learning anything. So that's why I want to move. But besides that, I want to tell you about what happened today, where I put in for the position like a while ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I've heard nothing really, nothing definitive about if I'm going to be able to go, if I've been chosen to go over there or not. You know, I've heard, that people have heard that they believe that I will be, but don't know 100%, sort of things like that. They're like, oh, I heard something saying that, I heard someone saying that they are probably going to be taking you, whatever. Multiple people have said that. But nothing to this day, today, which is Wednesday of last week, I knew nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, so I was talking to one of my coworkers, kind of about the situation a little bit, because the guy that is going to be taking my position, even though I am not even moving as of right now, got hired and stuff, and he's been here for like 4 days already and stuff. He's asking me if I started training him yet and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I haven't yet. He's with somebody else doing other stuff for now, until I actually know if I'm going to be moving or not. Well, what ended up happening is, some like person very high up in the company walks over. I honestly don't know what her position is, but she walks over and she's all like, hey, she's like, oh, are you getting ready? And I was like, getting ready for what? Like, what are you talking about? And she's all like, to move over here. She said you should be moving over here, right? And I'm like, I was like, I don't know. I haven't heard anything from anybody yet. Nobody seems to know. I've asked people, but they don't know. And she's all like, oh, well, she's like, I was under the impression you're gonna be over here. And I was like, great, I was like, that's awesome. She's like, yeah, there's supposed to be a new guy starting, like, I think this week or something. And I was like, he started last Thursday. She's like, oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I'm like, yeah, so he started last Thursday, and I haven't started training him yet or anything, but that's gonna hurt. But I'm gonna be training. I'll probably train him eventually, and I guess come over here, since you seem to think I'll be coming over here, even though I didn't know anything was actually finalized about that. I didn't know I was chosen for the position over here or not. She's like, I was under the impression that you were, and that everything was, and that's basically what was happening. I was like, oh, well, whatever. So we walk over to this guy, the new hire, so she could talk to him, because she wanted to meet him. She hadn't met him yet, even though she was supposed to. Normally they do 2 days of like orientation, but they only did 1 day, since Friday was Easter Friday or Good Friday, whatever. So we didn't have work. So normally she'd meet them on the second day of orientation. She didn't meet them. Either way, next thing you know, I'm talking to one of my other coworkers, and we're just talking about how like nothing ever really gets communicated well in this company, from like higher ups to lower downs. You know, that sounds weird. From like people in a higher position to us people in, you know, on the floor of the shop. And he was saying how like some weird shit happened when he started and stuff too. Oh my god, why'd that do so much? That's crazy. So, and we were just talking about that and stuff, and then my boss, like the person directly in charge of me, walks over and she's like telling me how as of right now I am not going over there. Nothing has been nothing's set in stone yet, and that there's a chance I won't be. So like, kind of don't get your hopes up, but there's a good chance you will be, but we don't really know for sure. So just be careful, sort of situation. And she's like, on top of that, if I do move you over, or if you do move over there, it'll be probably like not till like 4 weeks from now. I'm like, 4 weeks? And she's like, yeah, well, I want the new guy to train for 2 weeks under you, but before that I want him to train 2 weeks under my coworker, who was the one I was talking to at the time, doing other stuff, deburring, countersink, front end. It's like really easy. It's really easy stuff. Nothing hard, nothing difficult. And I was like, oh, okay. It's a little weird. I was like, I don't know why that's what she wanted, but that's what she wanted, so I'm not gonna question it. She's my boss, you know. Whoa. A lot of guys over there. Did I ever go up here? I think I might. 37. I'm very close. But yeah, that's essentially the end of the story for the most part. Oh, the Snorlax is over here. I said I wasn't going to get duplicates, so I'm not going to. But yeah, that's like the most of the story there. It's just a lot of weird stuff happened where like nothing is being communicated well, and it's been like weeks. So it's just weird that nothing's been said really. Not a lot is making sense. But whatever. Damn, Snorlax's special defense, it really is insane, dude. How are you missing those? Pretty sure he has rest, so I don't think this is really even gonna do anything. Yeah, after that I went over and talked to the guys over in machining, because that's where I'm gonna be going, and I like the guys over there, so I just wanted to talk to them in general. So, damn. So I was talking to them, and the person in charge over there, well, he's not like he's in charge of the line, but there's like multiple lines for them. There's someone like above him, and that guy has a say in whether I am hired over there or not. Not the guy I was talking to. That did nothing. He flinched though. Does the poison kill? Does the poison kill? It does. Cool. But yeah, and he was saying, yeah, nothing's been finalized. Nothing's been finalized, so I don't know why anyone would tell you otherwise. He's saying that like he's like, you should get the position, and he's basically saying that there's almost no way I don't get the position, because him and my boss and person in charge of her, who is also kind of in charge of me, but not really. It's kind of complicated. they all recommended me, and there's also people over there that also really like me and stuff. So I should get the position, but who knows, really? It's not set in stone, so anything could really happen. But that's going to be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, and hit that notification bell. I will see you in the next one. Bye!